Well, I'm here answering questions from Lesco members, and it just occurred to me. I mean, it's there's a lot of recurring questions, that people have, and really their financial difficulties. So it occurred to me that, man, we have there are 6 government vaccines for your financial difficulties that people don't know about. It's sort of like the COVID thing. That's a big problem in our country, and so they develop a vaccine to try to help it. And it seems the same way with these problems. We're probably even bigger for a lot of Americans than the COVID. And it's demonstrated to me in this one member here who wrote and said, "Hey, I'd like to apply for the LESCO grant for members for LESCO in December." And that's our monthly grant. We give out $20,000 a month now to help people with financial problems. And here's what he says he needs help with: past due rent. Well, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? Dental care, another thing, because that's not covered under health insurance. So even if you have it, education and training, that's another issue that we all need because we have to get better jobs and the like. Medical bills, right? Everybody's stuck with them because they don't have enough medical insurance, or you have big deductibles until that you're still owing. And then credit and debt. Now that's it. See, every one of those, one, two, three, four, five, six, I guess, six there, that there are current government programs, vaccines for these financial problems. Okay. And I'll give you a general clue on where they are, because if you're not a member, I mean, it's a lot of stuff. And so I have a free report you could get at free.lesco.com/free training, free.lesco.com/free training. And the free reports there will show you a lot of these sources. So if you want to check them out and not give me any money. Okay. So for the what do we have? The first one was for past due rent. Yeah, there is a grant program, that the Biden put in that only spent, probably only half the money so far. I mean, just a couple of weeks back, it was like they still like 80% of it, which is crazy. Why do we have all that money sitting there, passed by Congress to give to people, and people, aren't applying? They don't know where it is. It's complicated. And yes, that's all those are true, and it takes effort and on the your part to figure that out, and that's what we do. But you don't need me if you people like your elected official and things like that also do this kind of stuff for free, and that free training. So there's a source for that. And not only is there new Biden grant money that has billions and billions that haven't been spent, there's local grant money that does the same thing. So there's probably even more than 2 or 3 places to apply for that. So that's important. Dental care, okay? Big problem. Because it's not covered. And it's interesting, I was reading the other day that most of the things to do with the head are not covered in our healthcare policies. Dental's not covered, eyes not covered, hearing's not covered, mental health's not covered. It's not all important. The rest of the body, okay, we got coverage there. Yeah. Going from the neck up, nada. So places to go. Okay. I find a great place is Needy Meds, NEEDYMEDS.org. It's a nonprofit organization that shows you other nonprofit organizations give dental care for free, sliding scales, show you how to find dental schools, that give services for free, or, fraction of the price. That's what I use, tell you the truth, and stuff like that. So that's a place for that. Education and retraining. Yes, you need that, man. If you want to make some money in this country, you got to have a skill, not just a fancy degree. You need a real skill. We spend all this money on getting fancy degrees, and most of these people are still serving coffee. You need a skill, and that the government always has, and they have more money than ever before. And the best place to go for that is your career one-stop center. What I would do, if you need training, education, things like that, there's so much grant money out there, but you got to find out it's different everywhere. So you can't have a blanket statement for any of these things that are like that. You can't have a blanket statement that says, hey, this is true here everywhere. No, it's not. That's why you have to go and investigate You hear that? That means work. That means work on your side. You have to find out what's there. And if there's not something what's there, then you have to ask them, okay, where else can I go? So that's what you have to do. And you start with your career one-stop center. And you can find careeronestop.org on the internet and call your local center, make an appointment with somebody, and start there. Now there's dozens and dozens of other places locally to do that. Your community colleges have a lot of things like that. They're even all paid for, because the companies want trained people, and so they give money. The government gives grants for you to get that training for free and do that. So there's a lot of stuff like that out there. Medical bills, yes. The medical people, it's robots you're talking to. And there's ways to fight all that stuff and just pay a fraction of what you owe or get it completed. All them. Now, where do you start when doing that? It's a little complicated, of course. Otherwise, everybody be doing it. There's a great book out there. Now, this is a good place. See, Never Pay the First Bill. And that's a great book. And so if you're not a member and I tell you all the sources, that's a good place to see. So you be a good consumer in healthcare. Your insurance company, they don't pay a bill. You go to your state insurance commissioner's office, you fight that bill. Because they put stuff in there, they're going to charge you for aspirins for $5,000 and stuff like that. They don't even know. The robots are all doing it. So they just say, oh, it's done. Okay, send it out. And you don't know what the hell to do either. So you got to get somebody to help. There's nonprofit organizations that go over that kind of stuff too. Okay, credit and debt. Okay, right, biggie. All those credit card companies, they're going to bang and send somebody to bang your kneecaps, right? Well, there's help with that. If you go to HUD.gov and put counselor, okay, and don't go to Google, man. Don't go to Google, please, 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 please. Don't go Google, because you're just going to find people who get money out of you somehow. Because none of these places I'm talking about go to Google because they give money. They don't get money from you. People in Google want to get money from you. People who give money to you don't have money to pay Google. So Google has to have money from people on Google. So for them to be healthy, wealthy, and wise, so to speak. And so you don't want to go there. So go to HUD, find those credit counselors, start with them. And don't pay for credit, whatever, until you get good advice that's free, and all that's free. So there's 6 problems you have, or maybe it's 5. Yeah, well, if you get education and training, well, okay, 5 or 6 problems that we already have vaccines for. That problems are probably bigger than COVID in your life. So make sure you know about these programs, and that's why. See, we have reports for them. So the person that answered those, hey, okay, here's what we get free and low cost healthcare. Here's a report. They're going to have to open this, and it doesn't, the dentist doesn't fly out of the report and clean your teeth or whatever. No, you got to follow up. You got to call. Hey, is this, what do I need to do this? And it's all about talking to people and finding the people who are in the business to help people solve their problems. And you talk to them and say, hey, I got this problem. Can you help? You don't say, hey, give me a grant. No. People don't want to help people like that. But we're all like that because we're in a corner and got to get out of the goddamn thing, right? So that's why you call 1, call 2, call 3, call if it takes 50. It may. You never know. So you have to be ready to dig in and do that, because that's what it is in life. It's about doing the work. Nobody's going to come on a white horse and come up to your fixed store with a dental drill and fix your teeth. You got to go out and bang away and find them. But they're there. Just got to keep at it.